Do you believe everyone is beautiful?
Moving forward with the DekkerTeam. Moving forward together with the DekkerTeam.
I'm Yetta Dekker.
I'm Candace Dekker St. Louis. And we have a guest today. Who is?
Angelica St. Louis.
Yes.
Angelica St. Louis. So this is the first time ever where we get to do an inside track where we share ideas, tools, techniques, and thoughts that we all need, we all deserve, you, I, everyone, to make our house into our home and where our families thrive. And so today we actually have an additional family member. This is actually 3 generations.
It is pretty neat.
3 generations of the girl side.
Yeah.
Whoa. And so we're excited that you get to join us and we get to do this thing called life together. So
I sure believe everyone is beautiful.
what does it take to be beautiful? You, Angelica, are beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Outside and inside.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the heart. That's like not the hard part. That's the part that actually matters more is the inside, right? Mm-hmm. So what happened?
So, Angelica, last year, your teacher asked the entire class to write an essay or a story about someone beautiful in your life.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you've had the gift of having the same teacher for 2 years in a row in a split class.
Yes.
So you got asked the question last year, and you also got the question asked this year to do the same assignment.
Right. And so in upcoming episodes, you're actually going to, the other segment, you're actually going to share the poem you wrote when you were in grade 5
Yes.
and the poem you wrote when you were in grade 6. And in this part, what we want to explore is what was it like for you? What came up for you when you heard the teacher say, you're going to talk, you're going to do a speech in front of the class and in front of the parents and in front of the other parents about someone that's beautiful to you? Were you excited? Were you scared?
I was a little nervous speaking because there was a lot of people.
Going to be coming?
Yeah, because there was families, grandparents, mothers, fathers, and all the students in my class.
So that made you a little nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else did you feel?
Well, I was actually excited to write the poem because I do dearly love my parents.
You do love them?
Yeah.
And so now you've already given away who you chose to write about. So you're excited about the possibility to write about someone that you felt was beautiful.
Yes.
Was there anything else that came up for you around that?
Well, I was excited because I thought I could write about my dog, but no.
That was the first thought?
Yes.
To write about your dog because he kind of is
Beautiful. It's handsome, actually.
very handsome.
Yes.
And what's your dog's name?
Maverick.
Maverick. Is he a maverick?
Yeah.
Yes. So so you were excited to do it. How did you shift from talking about your dog to, as we now know, your dad the first year, and then you surprised him,
Yeah.
and then you surprised your mom the second year? How did you shift?
Well, my teacher said we weren't allowed doing animals.
Okay, so she wanted it to be from
Humans,
the heart.
yes.
Something from the heart. Excellent. And so what made you choose your dad?
Well, I love my dad and my mom, but my dad has a deep place in my heart.
Very cool. Now, the other kids got to do the same thing. So how did it make you feel when you heard them share their stories?
Well, it was really cool because I got to watch all of them present their speeches and watch all their parents cry.
And why is that cool?
Well, it's because there's a lot of emotions in the air, so you gotta share them with them.
Yeah. And some people didn't just choose their parents. What did other people choose?
Well, my friend Megan, she chose her great-grandfather. And then another girl in my class chose her best friend. And then most of the other ones, they chose their mom and dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would you say makes someone beautiful?
Well, I think their heart is a big one for me. Mostly their compassion and their loving towards other people.
Very nice.
And as you heard the other kids share that, did you feel compassion and your heart, did it warm to them, or what came up for you towards your students, the other students?
Did you get to see them in a different light
Yeah.
than you see them during a normal school day?
Yes.
Got to hear their true hearts?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to turn the tables.
Yep.
This is fantastic because, Candace doesn't know this is coming.
Oh, great.
So as the mom
Yeah.
of a then 10-year-old
Mm-hmm.
sharing and coming home from school excited to share,
Yeah.
what did that do for you? Because I know how much you loved at 10 years old to publicly speak.
Yeah, that was the last thing I would get excited about. So it was really neat to watch my daughter get excited about sharing that with others, excited about writing something for her dad. And what was interesting, she didn't ask for any help. She really did it all by herself. She knew what she wanted to say. Did your teacher give you a great format?
Yeah.
And made it pretty easy to follow along and how to write it?
Yes, it was really easy, actually.
Yeah. So it was neat to watch her do it all by herself. There was no coaching involved. She was just completely excited.
And so as a mom, what did that do for your heart?
Oh, it made it weep. It felt really good to watch and to just watch the bond with her dad as well. And I forget who you told him you were talking about, or he didn't even know the assignment.
No,
we were
he
just
didn't
going
know.
to watch you talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was an evening presentation, right?
was.
Where everybody could come and be
Yeah.
part of it. So I think it's fascinating that we get so seldom to really share the depth of what we perceive about another person.
Mm-hmm.
And yet when we do, you, Angelica, were able to move past any fear you might have had for public speaking because the person you were speaking to was more important than the fear of public speaking.
Yes.
Because you haven't done it a ton.
No, that was like my first time to other people, like from my school, like their parents.
And now here today, what are you doing for the first time?
Speaking on the radio.
And on the video show,
Yes.
on the Inside Track on Real Estate. And so why would you do that?
Well, after I did my presentation on Someone Beautiful, speaking publicly is now one of my favorite things to do.
So what I love about that story is, and maybe you've had this experience too, because for me, there was a time where I was petrified to speak publicly. So the 3 Dekker generation, it was our fear.
Yeah.
And yet once we could see past it and look to how beautiful you were and how important you were, then we could get beyond it. And so that's the beauty of being able to see the heart of another and then speak life into it. So we're grateful that we get to be your partners in growing wealth through real estate.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward.